Shut up and sit down.
Oh, come on.
You
There's
sure you
too many buttons. It's too many buttons for me, mate. It's that big one, isn't it? Duh. What a... oh. Yeah, I did it again. I'm sitting here and I'm like, nothing's happening on YouTube. Guess who didn't press that big button in the corner that says go live? Me. Right.
But I did manage to remember to mute my YouTube before the intro finished. At least one of us is possibly.
Absolutely.
I shall say it again. One of us is possibly a little bit on the ball here.
Yeah, definitely, mate. Definitely. Well, hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
It's that time of the weekend again. It's Sunday brunch time. I'm feeling a bit naked. I know what I forgot. Yeah, there you go. My white balance should be all right for the viewers at home. I'll take it off again when I go to the bench cam. Well, hello, everyone. We've got a few people in the old chatty pops already, so I'll just have a quick look up at that and see who's in. Pascal Leverne is saying good day to everyone. Jamie Bones in. Hello, everyone. Hello, Jamie, mate. How you doing? Jamie. Some bloke called Gross Models is in.
Who's he?
Hello, Chris. Fault handles, mate.
Hello,
Shane Youngs is in. Hello, Colin and Dave. He's saying. Hello, Shane. Thanks for joining us, me old chisel nut. I don't know who this bloke is.
Oh, what? Model Maker Dave? I have no idea who he is.
I think I've got a stalker.
Yeah. I think he should get banned.
Reese is in, saying hello, fellas.
Hello, Reese.
Scooby's in. Hello, Scooby. How's your setup? How's your setup going, mate? Yeah, good man.
Yes.
Jamie Bone. Yay, Beaker, pink ring. So get in there, Jamie. So what have we been up to then this week, Dave?
Well, I haven't really been up to that much, but I'm going to go to me bench cam and I'm going to show you what I'm up to.
Yep.
Right, bear with me a second or seven.
Well, that went well, didn't it? I think he might have done a TED. Dave's been having a bit of trouble today with his old computer and his webcam, so I'll see whether he pops back in and what he's up to and all of that. But in the meantime, we've got Totally Scale Models is in, saying hello, everyone. Hello, Steve. Good to see you, mate. Scooby saying, going to me brothers, something wrong with laptop. Oh, bless you, mate. Sorry to hear that, fella. Reese is asking, has Dave done a TED? I've got a feeling he might have done, mate. He was having a play with his Logitech drivers and they were going a bit odd. I think that might be him coming back in. Yeah, it is. Did you do a TED? Oh, no, he's gone again. Yeah, Chris, I've got my very own version of Tedward McSkipperton today, mate. It's been a strange little morning. We was going to delay the show for a little bit because he's been installing some new Logitech software for the webcam and it's jiggling with his system. I think he might need to do a reboot, but yeah. Yeah, he's basically saying Phil in needs to do that reboot. So you've got to put up with me for a little bit, I'm afraid, but that's not a problem. Totally Scale Models is saying they seek him there, they seek him everywhere. Yeah. So that's that. let's have a look at what's been happening on the group for a minute. So I'm just going to ping in a share screen and have a little looky-look to see what's going on there, because some of you have been putting up your YouTube channels and things of that nature. So I might do a quick review of a couple of your channels, if that's all right with you guys. So I'm just going to do a bit of a share screen and bring up the announcement in the group. Would help if I was on share screen. There you go, Cole. It's easy when you know how, mate, isn't it? So I've got an announcement up on me Festa 67's Facebook group. So if you go onto Facebook and just do a search for Festa 67's workshop group, it'll bring it up. Request to join, and then if you click into the announcements section on the side there and scroll down, you'll see the large YouTube icon. Yeah, and in there, if you just add a little comment with your channels, then what we're going to start doing is we're going to start going into these, and we're just randomly going to pick people's channels out of them. Okay, so we've got Carl over at Making Models, so we'll have a little looky-loo at what Carl's getting up to. And this is just a little way of trying to spread the love a little bit and get people sort of looking at others' channels and perhaps giving us all subs and things like that. So over at Making Models with Carl, we are. Carl does his Saturday night crash, which is his live show. He's then got his 2020 bench update on there, an overview of his channel, Making Models Facebook banner pictures. So that's what he's got going on. So if you can pop over and give Carl a nice little subscription there, and give the old ding-a-ling a little ring and all, and then that way you'll start getting notifications on what he's up to. James Chapman's popped in. Hello, James. How you doing, mate? I've moved the Mustang off the bench, so you can't have a sneaky peek this week. Bless you. So that's a look at Carl's channel. Let's have a little look. Don't want to see mine. Who else have we got? Here you go. This is one that you might like as well, folks. Good old Luke over at Black Rifle Model Works. Does some really, really, really nice armour work, to be quite honest with you. Just loading his channel up, so apologies. Now in here, Black Rifle Model Works. Again, hit that subscribe button, folks, and give his little ding-a-ling, his bell a ring. Luke in there, he's got his 2019 update. He's got an accurate armour RUC Tang Land Rover that he's been up to. His November bench update. He's got a decent video on there on the Telford one. This was a good build as well on his 2019 bench update that he done. So again, another good channel to have a little looky-loo at. So give Luke a visit over at Black Rifle and hit that subscribe button for him. Who else have we got? We got the model officer in, James Skiffins. He's got one. Steve is saying totally scale models. I'm there. Are you in the YouTube list as well? Are you, Steve, on that? Because if you are, I'll ping your channel up in a sec, mate. Bear with me, mate. You got the model officer's mess over here, which is James Skiffins, and he's got a nicely laid out channel there as well with the Saturday night crash, some screen tests, how he does his dioramas, scale model show reports, which is good because he does all the different modeling shows that he goes to and does a little sort of roving report a bit. So that's worth a nice little looky-loo. So that's Carl over at Model Officer's Mess. Give him a little click on the subscription and a cling on the bell. Reese is going at me. Yeah, give us a chance, Reese. I'm just scrolling through people's channels, mate. Reese is my professional stalker. Who else have we got? Oh, let's do Reese, otherwise he'll feel left out. I don't hear from you, Reese. Come on. Where you been on the Hangouts, mate? Bless you. Hello, Scooby's wife. How you doing? I can't remember your name, love. I do apologise, but I'm sure Scooby's going to type it in for me so that I can give you a more sociable hello. I'm doing all right, James. Dave is about. He's just logging back in because his system was playing him up and he's got some driver issues. Now, RJC Model Works is Reese, one of my sidekicks. Been a bit busy recently with the old ambulances, but kind of gave his channel a bit of an overhaul for him, so it was easier to navigate. So he's got loads of little uploads that he's been doing there, Sprue Crew lives that he's done with myself and the rest of the Sprue Crew folks. A couple of channel updates. He's got some kit reviews going on in there. He's got the Ford Escort build that he's been doing. And honestly, the one you got to have a look at, the Manx Norton, you got to have yourselves a looky-loo at that, because that is a nice kit. One of those growl kits on Festa's list of growl kits. So if you haven't subscribed to Reese, give him a subscription, ring the bell. I think we've got Dave back. I've just seen something out the corner of my eye. If it is, give us an hello, Dave.
Hello, mate.
All right, mate. It's just I got you tiny, and I didn't know whether that was you or not because I'm a bit of a blind old fart. So
yeah, I'm back now.
I'm just doing a quick look at people's YouTubes at the moment, Dave, because I was killing time so that they didn't have to look at my ugly mug, mate.
No, you crack on, mate.
So that's RJC's official YouTube channel there, and being that he's come in, he's going to hate me now. But I'll do a little looky-loo at Dave's in a sec. I just want to give Chrissy's a click because he's a supporter of mine and you know, share the love a bit. So we got Chrissy's is about to come up, which is over at Gross Models. I think you all know Chris, but if you don't, nip over to Gross Models. My webpage is still loading because I'm on super slow Wi-Fi. James is saying, I do have a YouTube channel. It's more Lego vids and a little Call of Duty. Think they're doing the Dora instead of 135th. Mate, it's a YouTube channel, James. By all means, mate, you fire it up. If you've got a YouTube channel, mate, add a link to the announcement on the Festa 67's Facebook group, mate.
Yeah, put it up there, mate. Put it up.
Doesn't matter, mate, whether it's Lego or what. It could be clay models. I don't care, mate. If you've got a channel and you're tuning in, I'll pimp your channel, mate. Chris is over at Gross Models. He does his Warhams the Sunday later on. Don't forget today, folks, Fox isn't on this afternoon. Just thought I'd let you know that. He's...
Has he gone AWOL?
No, he's playing a bit of catch up at the bench. He's got a hell of a lot of stuff he's trying to catch up on, and he's not doing the stream this week, but he should be back ready and willing and able next Sunday. So you've got us reprobates to keep you occupied for a bit. Chris is doing his evening with Gross during the weeks on a Thursday night, so have a look out for that. Something called a Bane Blade he's working on.
Yeah, okay.
He does a lot of the D'Agostini stuff and all, and I do like a bit of that. But the Terminator, now, it's a great model, but I'm having trouble with them old pearlies, Dave. They're giving me the EBGBs. I don't know if you can see that thumbnail, but he looks like Richard Hammond when he had his teeth whitened. You know what I mean? He's got that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They're a little bit. Yeah, they're a bit disturbing, aren't they? So yeah, give Chris a look, and then I'm gonna click on some bloke called Model Maker Dave's Workshop.
Oh, who's that?
That is the bloke opposite me in the show. Now, not everyone knows he's got a channel. I've got the ticker going along the bottom with our YouTube channels, and I'm going to leave that up this week just to annoy you all. But yeah, I'm kind of going on a one-man mission to get my sidekick here a few more subs. So if you haven't subbed to Dave or myself, spread the love a little bit. Like and subscribe, click the bell so that you get notified when we're doing lives, because we also do random lives as well, don't forget, where me and Dave might be at the bench doing something and I might just hit the live button.
Preferably, hopefully you tell me before you hit the like button.
I want to try and get him in the summer when he's wearing them really baggy Bermuda shorts, but I have an ulterior motive. I want to stitch him up without him realising. Yeah. So that's Dave's channel. He's got a What's in the Box Land Rover series now. There's a little something in that video, and the eagle-eyed of you, if you can keep an eye out and let us know what you think is wrong with that video, that would be quite interesting, because it's quite obvious when you realise it, Dave, isn't it?
Yeah, so answers on a postcard.
He's got a nice little review of the fire engine, the Man 124th Scout Schlingmann.
Yeah.
So he's got a bit of that going on. So again, nip over to Dave's channel, Model Maker Dave's Workshop on the YouTubes. Have a click, like and subscribe, ring the ding-a-ling in the corner to be notified of when he's uploading videos, and we can share the love a bit. I don't think there's any I've missed. Oh, we got Lin's in there. I'm not sure what she's got on hers at the moment, so I'll have a perusal of that and have a quick look and see. I'm not sure whether she's been building anything yet, because she just moved house, isn't she?
Yeah, I think she's still setting up a bench or something. I'm not entirely sure.
I'll load it up anyways, but I'm not sure what we're going to see. So I'm a bit apprehensive because I've not previewed it. So hopefully, Lin, you're not embarrassed in any way. Oh no, she's got some builds up at long last. Got some Christmas prezzies that she's had. F4J Phantom. Some Metal Earth stuff going on. So good for you, Lin. Good to see that you're back at your bench, love, and keep up the good work. She had some 2020 videos, is the latest one that she's put up. So nip over to Lin Paul, give her a subscription, folks, and keep an eye out for her. She's a lovely lady, very pleasant, very amiable, and she's a modeler, like the rest of us. So
plastic together.
I'm going to click off of the YouTubes for a little minute and go. Should we go into the gallery a bit later, Dave?
Yeah, we can do the gallery later if you like. Yeah. And then give people a little bit more chance. If they've got something, they can upload it.
Yeah, no worries, mate. I'm going to put us both back on screen then, folks. Sorry about that. Welcome back, Dave.
Yeah, lesson to be learned. If you install drivers less than 10 minutes before going live, expect trouble.
But are you all up and running, or are you still having slight glitches with your bench cam?
Well, I tested it before I came in and it was all right. So I'm hoping. Oh, look at that. So we've now got bench cam. Oh, I'll turn my lights up.
Oh, Steve Beanie's saying I missed him. I didn't see your channel in the YouTube, mate. I'll load it back up on my screen and see if I can find you, mate, because I'm not seeing it in the comments. Have you actually added yourself to the comments, Steve? Because I can't really spend too much time navigating around everywhere looking for it, dude. Oh, no, he's just pinged it up. Good man.
Ah, well done.
Yeah, it's just come through, as well as James. So I'll go back to that in a second then.
Okay.
Sorry, Dave, I didn't want to interrupt you, mate.
That's all right. You can interrupt me if you like. I don't mind.
All right, then we'll ping back in and have a looky-loo at Steve and James, and then
Yeah,
we can,
do the YouTube so that people get
we can kill that little section then for them. So we can have a bit of that. I'll do it full screen because it works a bit better, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
He says, looking at his refreshing monitor. Apologies for my slow computer, folks, but I am getting a new one.
Yeah, you might want to get a few more stokers on the boiler.
Mate, nothing wrong with the broadband, mate. It's super fast and gigabit and all of that lot, mate. So it's the computer, Dave. I know that. Yeah. Rightio, we've got Steve over at Totally Scale Models because he's bombarding me in the chat because I forgot him. Sorry, Steve. Do you still love me, Steve? Totally Scale Models actually does some really nice lighting effects, so I'll give you that, mate. I do like seeing Steve's vehicles all lit up. He's got a bench update there looking, and dare I say it, rather jocular there, Steve. So good on you, mate. Doing some inbox reviews of the Polar Lights Star Trek kit for the Klingon. Nice little Airbus going on there. 1/72 scale A400, and apparently Steve really likes the Airfix 1/24 Spitfire.
Does he?
Yeah, if you've got a spare one in your stash and would like to donate it to Steve Spencer Beanie at yeah.
Well,
Steve
he did say, I'm sure he said, I'm almost positively sure that he said that when we do ours, he would get another one and he would join in.
Yeah, I do believe Steve would like to come on the show as a fellow bodybuilder and build along with us the FX 1/24 Spitfire.
Why do I always throwing knives at the screen to try and stab me?
Yeah, if you're in the chat and you would really like to see Steve suffer, then yeah, try and encourage him.
No, he's saying no.
Yeah, he's in the chat. He's like, yeah, it flew its way into Steve's bin, didn't it?
I genuinely think he should have another go so he can rectify his mistakes.
Well, you can't call yourself Totally Scale Models, Steve, unless you've built it, because that's like me saying Totally Festa's Workshop, isn't it, and not doing the 1/24 Huey, mate. So, should we have a 2020 campaign going? If you'd like to start a poll in the Festa 67's workshop group as to whether or not Steve should be joining us for the 1/24 Spitfire build, I'll put a poll up later.
Yeah, we've got a choice of yes or yes.
Absolutely. So yeah, anyway, I'm rambling. So yeah, Steve's got his channel. Again, hit that subscription button, folks. Hit the ding-a-ling, give him a like and a ring on the bell, and then that way, whenever Steve's putting anything on his channel, you'll get to see it. So that's our friend Steve over at Totally Scale Models, and James has just pinged his one up as well, so we'll have a looky-loo.
Yeah, he's saying he almost got a Revell 1/72 B5 Strato Fortress for free off of Facebook.
Oh, good man.
Ooh,
good man. That's almost up there with I managed to get the Vincent Black Shadow motorbike 1/12 scale, and I got it for £7.50, mate, on the flea bay as a used model kit, but it hadn't been started. It had come out of someone's stash, and you know when you build a stash, the bottom box gets a little bit flat, doesn't it? It gets a bit tatty, and that's all that was wrong with it. And it was the proper McCoy 1/12 Black Shadow. £7.50 I got that for. Mate, I was dancing like a 9-year-old with a My Little Pony, mate. So James over at James Chapman, coincidentally, good name choice there, mate.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to hit the bell, the subscribe button, because I hadn't subscribed, mate, but I have now. And I'm going to give you ding-a-ling a ring and all. That sounds wrong, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So there you go. That's all you got to do, folks. Subscribe and hit the bell. It takes 2 seconds of your valuable time to do. but it helps us YouTubers give you guys a lot more content, because as our subs increase, or we get more features like personalized URLs and just little bits we can do.
Right. Well, James is on 25.
Yeah. So
Now
let's
26.
let's try and get James some more subscribers as well, folks. Now he's got lots of bits and bobs going on here that I probably don't understand, but he's got Black Ops, he's got some gaming stuff on there, he's got Lego Batmobile. Now I know Paul Bretland does a fair bit of Lego stuff on his page as well, so it's becoming a thing. And you've got technical sets, am I right, Dave?
I've got quite a few technical sets that I've bought, and the majority of them are still sadly in their boxes. They have not been opened. I've not even checked the contents of what's inside the boxes.
Yeah.
As sad as it sounds. And I've got a couple of steals on there because, was it the big Mercedes pneumatic grab thing and dumper truck?
Yeah.
I got that off of not off of eBay. I got it off of Amazon for 106 quid.
Oh, Lee Eagles is saying there that he's just bought a 1/25th scale Ford Escort XR3 for 20 quid. Good man.
Ooh, nice.
There is someone else I know who's got some stuff on the eBay that they're trying to offload. I'll put you on the screen in a sec, Dave, and you might be able to do let some folks in that you're selling off some of your non-required stash, mate, and we might be able to help you out. Yeah, so that's James's YouTube channel, folks. Reese has just subbed to you as well, James, so your subs will be going up. So I'm just going to stop sharing the screen now and go back to our two mugs.
Right. Okay.
I'll put you full screen, Dave.
Yeah, I'm just working my way over to my eBay bit. I've got one up there at the moment. If people are interested, I will copy that.
There you go.
Pop that in the chat. I have got a 1/24 Tamiya Zack Speed Capri.
Yeah.
It's on an auction. It's got about another 2 days. 2 days. Yeah. Ends in 2 days, 23 hours. So if you'd like a chance of purchasing, I'd get over there quick.
Yeah.
So that's the only. I've got a couple more that I'm going to put back up, but I just pulled them because there wasn't a great deal of interest. So I'm going to do a little bit of a revision on those.
Yeah.
And then
Reese is saying his bikes are on eBay as well.
Oh.
What, are you selling off your bikes, mate? Or is that the one I've got on my watch list, which is the Manx Norton? James is saying, does anyone think I should do a Lego Dora? Yeah, why not, mate? I'd be interested in sitting there watching that.
God, blimey, yeah, do it.
To be quite honest with you, mate, I'd sit and watch that.
Yeah, that'll keep you quiet.
There's the link for Dave's stuff that he's selling on eBay. I'm trying to goad him into setting up a little store on eBay because he's got 17 bags of kits that he's not going to be building. We reach a certain age where you think I've got more kits now than I'm going to live to build. So Dave's had that epiphany moment and has got 17 bags of model kits. I think it might be an idea to set him up an eBay store. I'm tempted to do it and brand it as Model Maker Dave's eBay shop or whatever, like, and sort something out for him.
I think it dawned on me when I started bagging them up and I was just putting the kits in the bags and not even looking at what they were. And so I think they're going to go up on eBay and they can go off to another home where hopefully they will get built, because if I try and build them at the current build speed that I'm running at, there's more chance of me dying before I get to the end of my stash.
Reese is saying it's his real bike. Ha ha ha. Go, you didn't have that long, mate. You've given up.
What's that race? Is that the one that's got the stabilizers on the front and the rear?
Lee Eagles is saying he's got half a loft full of kits to try and sell. Yeah, I know. We all do it, mate, don't we?
I know the feeling. I felt quite ashamed when I boxed it.
Me and Dave was chatting the other day about it, weren't we, mate?
Yeah.
About our stashes and how they've grown and that, and we've kind of had that moment of okay, we've now just got to buy to build. You heard it here first.
Yeah.
And also Dave set me a challenge yesterday. He got chatting to me yesterday on the old messenger, and he's challenged me to do an out of box build, didn't you, Dave?
Yeah.
Because he reckons I can't do a straight out of the box build.
Well, it's a challenge because every time you do a kit, you always do something a little bit extra.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to get the saw out. I'm not allowed to light it. It's as it comes out the box, glue and paint. That's it. That's all I'm allowed to do.
So, not that I'm saying you shouldn't be doing what you do, but just let's step back a little bit and just do out the box. Plain and simple. And then when we do the Schlingmann fire appliance,
oh yeah,
you got full reign to do whatever you want.
Oh yeah,
how's that?
Cool, man. Lee's saying he's got 300 kits. Good man. That's an
Actually,
impressive.
that makes me feel a lot better now.
Oh, that's unbelievable, mate. 300.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry to interrupt, but
no, you're not, mate. You carry on.
Talking of kits and everybody talking about stashes, I've got some that I've been trawling YouTube for videos of the Nuremberg Toy Festival or Toy Fair.
Oh, right, yeah.
And I found a couple, and I'm going to give him a shout out because actually they're a couple of good videos. So if you want to watch them, look up Scale Model Aircraft on YouTube, and you'll find a couple of videos that he's done. They're about 10 to 12 minutes long. One of them is devoted to Tamiya, and the other one is devoted to Revell. And I thought I'd do a little sports page highlight.
Yeah.
So for Tamiya, they're bringing out the 934 Porsche race car, but in the 1/12th version and not the 1/24th that it originally came out in.
Yeah.
There's a new P51D Mustang for the Korean War, which is coming out in 1/32.
Yeah.
A 1/48th T55 tank, which does look rather nice, to be fair.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if this is a re-release or a new set of figures, but there's a new set or a set of figures for German infantry set mid-World War II.
Yeah.
And there's 5 of them, and they do look rather good, to be fair.
Right, yeah.
Now, for all you bike nuts, this means absolutely nothing to me, but there is a Tamiya 1/12th Kawasaki Ninja H2 Carbon.
Oh.
Are you right, mate?
Yeah.
Have you had an accident or something?
You just said Kawasaki, Ninja, and Carbon. Yeah.
Moving on. They're also doing a Mazda MX-5 RF, and apparently it's got some new parts, but it didn't really sort of make it clear what the new parts were. So, yeah. And one that I've seen that I thought looked really good and could very well be finding its way onto my bench, and that is a 1/24th Ford Mustang GT4.
Oh, right. Nice.
And it does look really nice.
Yeah.
Right, now, for Revell, this one might actually be up Ted Street because the Revell are doing a 1/72nd Gatto class submarine Platinum edition.
Oh,
That's going to have photo etch and all the rest of it in it.
that's even going to have miniature people and photo etch and probably some form of lighting kit, I would have thought, Dave. And
I've no, it really didn't sort of go into any details. It was just a look at the box art and one of the display models that they have at the shows.
Yeah.
So there wasn't really anything apart from price, and I didn't really take any notice of it because I'm not going to do a sub.
Yeah.
But one for the boat fans, a 1/400th USS Enterprise CVN 65 Platinum Edition flat top.
Oh, nice.
And that's got a shed load of photo etch in it. And I did see the price for that one, €179.
Oh, but that's euros, isn't it? So what's that? That's about 140 quid.
There or thereabouts.
I think. I could be wrong. It could be my maths a bit wrong. Yeah, maths with 2 Fs.
Yeah. This is going to be a bit large. A 1/48th B29 Super Fortress.
Oh.
Platinum edition.
Oh.
So, but it didn't really sort of go into any details as to what was in the kit for the Platinum edition. So your guess is as good as mine. Something that I like the look of was a 1/72nd A10.
Oh, is that the Tank Buster, Dave?
Yeah. Now, I'm not sure if it's a re-release or a brand new kit or a slightly retooled with some new tooling in it.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure, but when they was doing the video and they showed it, it did look rather nice sat there on the glass shelf.
Yeah.
A 1/48th Tornado GR4 Farewell Edition.
Right.
So that's going to commemorate the farewell of the dear old Tonka going out of service.
Oh, right. Yeah.
A 1/48th Eurofighter Baron Spirit.
Yeah.
The Red Baron on the tail fin. That does look rather good.
Yeah.
32nd scale Tempest.
Nice.
This is one that you might like. I'm sure you will. A 1/24th E-Type with new tooling.
Oh.
Now, what the new tooling is, I don't know, but he did tend to concentrate on what was underneath the bonnet, and it was a full-looking engine.
Yeah, I mean, I remember the 1/8 scale kit that I did, and I had to scratch build so much for that, like the fuel lines and battery cables. Really got quite OTT with it. So, yeah, I must admit, I'd have an eye on that. JS Idaho apparently has got 465 kits in his stash from hell. Good man. That's impressive.
James, no, I don't know exactly when the GT4 Mustang's coming out. There wasn't any release dates for the Tamiya stuff. It was just showing what it was, and that's it. So I would imagine
probably late 20, early 21 season. I would have thought, wouldn't you?
I'm gonna pluck for around about August-ish.
Yeah, last quarter. Yeah,
might be a little bit earlier, might be a bit later, but there was honestly there was no dates or any kind of information as to when any of the Tamiya stuff was coming.
It's a bit like the one we're all waiting for, which is the Belkit 6R4, isn't it? The rally version of the Metro. You know, it's been in the pipeline for quite a while now, hasn't it? And we're all sort of sitting there going, hurry up.
Yeah, it's like waiting for Christmas as a kid. It never seems to want to arrive.
Scope's got 235 kits in their stash, so that's a little one. How many kits have we all got in our stashes? There you go. Have a look at that in the chat and key in what you've got in your stash.
Yeah. Now, there's another one that you might like.
Yeah.
Bearing in mind that you like fire appliances, how about a 1/24th Mercedes-Benz 1017 LF16.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
So that sounds rather good. And finally, now this is not until next year, but there was some rather sexy looking box art for an SR71 Blackbird from Revell.
Oh, nice.
Now, I don't know what scale it's coming in because there was no information on the video.
Right.
So it could be a 72nd.
Yeah.
It would be nice if it was a 48th.
Yeah, that would be a nice size, wouldn't it? Mind you, though, that'd be quite a chunk of a kit, wouldn't it?
Yeah, or if it's a 32nd, then I won't do it because I've just got nowhere to store it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking around now thinking, I mean, I struggled with the 72nd scale coggled, you know, because it's a big old bird, isn't it? You know, and you've got to have somewhere to put it, ain't you?
Yeah, James, I don't know. On the video, it really didn't say what it was. It just said 2021 SR71 Blackbird.
Yeah.
That's as much as I can tell you.
Happy days. What I have noticed, Dave, there's a new logo, isn't there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Why have we got a new logo then?
Well, the guys over at E-Models have kindly affiliated themselves with our Sunday show. So it's early stages of the affiliation, but yeah, so we're not sort of moving the E-Models show to Sunday or anything like that. This is a totally separate thing, but it's just the guys over there have got a little affiliation with little old us and see where it goes. So that's why we've got the new logo in the corner there and the intro, because
hang on, no.
it's just above your printer. But yeah, they've kindly affiliated themselves with us on a Sunday. So like I say, we'll see how the relationship goes and how it grows and what things will come along at a later date. So that's why there's the E-Models on the logo for those of you that have messaged me.
So as they say, watch this space.
Watch this space. Yes. So yeah. So look out for future buddy builds and things like that. And if you want to join us, then obviously pop over and give them a visit. And yeah. Anyway, Dave, continue.
I shall continue because I'm going to put my down cam on so that.
Yeah. Shane is saying I've only got 15 models stashed. I beg your pardon. Only got 15 models stashed now as I'm building much more.
Good
He's
man.
waiting for the build kits, Opal Manta. As soon as I got it, I built it. Great kit. Yeah, I've always wanted a Monza because I own an original Opal 3 litre straight 6 Monza that I had grey imported from Germany when they came out back in 85, I think it was, the GSE. And I've always been after a kit for it, but I've kind of got into photogrammetry through the 3D printing. And in the summer, my boy's going to give me a hand. We're going to fire her up. We're going to park her in the middle of the car park, and I'm going to do a 360-degree walk around of the car taking photos. And I'm going to see whether I can create a 3D image and print it out. So any of you out there that would be potentially interested in a very bespoke 1/24 scale Opal Monza, yeah, keep an eye out on my channel, because this is a little journey of processes and tutorials I'm going to be doing on it, on how you can bring in 3D printing into our hobby and create something that, yeah.
I think Lee has already said he wants one.
What's that?
I think he wants one of your Monzas if you do that, because he's just said.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, you know, I've had my GSE since year dot, you know, and it's, you know, it's got its own custom leather interior that I had done, and that, and obviously I had it converted to hand controls because I drive using hand controls back then. I've not driven now for 5 years or so, but I keep the Monza because it's my baby, isn't it? You know what I mean? And it's that quirky 1980s digital dash, Dave. Do you remember it with the old incremental rev counter and all of that lot? But I got it because it was the German derivative. It was the German-built Opel Monza rather than the Vauxhall Royale. And I wanted that German build quality and strength and longevity. And, mate, it's bulletproof, but it only does 11 miles to the gallon.
Oh, yeah. A bit pricey.
And if Festa was to press that button on the center console that says engage sport mode, it drops down to 8 miles a gallon because it goes very quick within the speed limits, of course.
Ah, yeah. But if you put a bit of lead in your foot, I bet it goes even faster.
Yeah, I used to say I had cramp in my fingers. Oh, you never guess what happened.
Yeah, my fingers hit.
Yeah, I turned round to reach for something, officer, and my hand grabbed the rev counter. Yeah. James is saying, sorry for looking away. James is saying, according to the internet, it's released in late February. What was that? Is that the
I think that's the 6R4.
Yeah, the 6R4. Yeah, definitely. Shane Youngs is saying that sounds awesome. If I click the right one, would be very interested, mate. Love Monzas so much. Yeah, I mean, I've got, like I say, the GSE. It's got the original 5-spoke Opel wheels on it. Everything in it's original, apart from the leather interior that I had put in because I just fancied a leather interior, mate. You know, and I'm glad I did it, to be honest with you. Lee is saying, James, add on FB if you want to have the 112 Skylines. Shane is saying his mate had the Royale with the big engine. Yeah, it's the 3-litre E-Series engine. It was a straight 6. And a friend of mine, he converted his Monza after he blew his engine up. He put in the 24-valve Lotus Colton engine. And he had a shim made so that he could put in the Opel Auto box. And apparently it goes like something off of a stick. I can't remember what he said, but yeah.
Yeah, or off a chromium plated shovel.
Yeah, so it's apparently a good conversion. James is saying, go ahead, buddy. So yeah, we're caught up in the chat.
Okay, well, I'm going to put me down cam on because
you put your down cam on, and whilst you're doing that, I'll do a quick what's in your belly, what's on the bench for the chat. If you want to have a looky-loo at that, and then when you've done your down cam, I'll do mine, Dave, rather than us both disappear onto down cam straight away. So belly and bench.
Yeah, what is on the bench and what is or has gone in the belly?
Well, for me, at the moment, a cup of tea has gone in the belly because, And on the bench, I've got my London taxi. And I've moved the Mustang off the bench because James Chapman's in the chat. And James Chapman is the guy that I'm doing the commission for. So... Yeah, but what I will do is I will be kind to James. Suicide door. That's all I'm saying. Suicide door. Yeah. Yeah.
I've got to say that, James, it is looking a little bit sweet because
I mean, bless it. It's probably looking a little bit Heath Robinson at the moment because it's got various, I might as well hold it up. I am now. It's got various shades of primer on it where I've been flattening it and smoothing out 3D printed bits and blending. So it's looking a little bit scabby at the moment. But suicide door. James, suicide door. And for those that have really been patient with me, but have been politely reminding me, Dave, the video on start to finish on how to make your door hinges, door shuts, door frames and doors for your builds is going up hopefully either tomorrow night or Tuesday during the day, because then for the rest of the week, I'm not really going to be about because I've got some real life stuff that I need to deal with. James is saying I am a tease. Yes, mate. Oh, yes, I am.
You tease.
But what I can say about that is I have thoroughly enjoyed doing it because it's the death race Mustang. 9 times out of 10, people build Eleanor or the Bullet car when they do a Mustang. I mean, I've built it. I've done Eleanor and I've done the Bullet. I've got them both over there. So yeah, James mentioned it in I think it was one of the Monday Night E-Models shows, and he was asking me in the chat because I was doing the Mad Max on the lorry, and he was asking me whether I'd seen any of the Gaslands stuff, which up until then I hadn't. We got chatting about the Gasland stuff and the Death Race films and things like that, and then kindly asked whether I would be interested in doing him a build. So I managed to source the kit that he was after from the US, and our lovely British Customs did their thing, you know what I mean, as they do. But anyway, we got the kit and we started the build, and it's coming along nicely, mate. So I'm pleasantly happy. Belly and bench because I got sidetracked. Let's have a look. Gal's Garage. I know Gal's Garage. Shane Young's, yeah. Like brand new Lotus Carlton, Gal's Garage Vauxhall dealers back in the day. Scooby, he's got Toad in the Hole for dinner. Still having trouble with the paint on the Calisonic Skyline. Yeah, he had a bit of crack-a-lure on his paint job on his motor. He sent me a picture of it the other night on Messenger, and yeah, it's one of them, mate. Sounds like you had a bit of a moody bottle of paint, dude, or whatever. Reese is saying Clarice made some banana pancakes, and on the bench a Bren gun carrier.
Oh, nice.
Good for you, mate. Yeah, I'll look. Hopefully, post some pictures of that up on the old Facebook, Reese, babe.
Yeah, let's have a look.
JS Idaho's asking, is that Mad Max Mustang? It's the Mustang from the Jason Statham film Death Race. But I've got a cunning plan with this is one that might end up taking up a lot of my time, but I've been after the Ayashima Mad Max Interceptor. You know, the Mad Max Road Warrior car.
Yeah, I think I know what
the last of the V8 Interceptors. I've been after it for donkeys, you know, and they go for an absolute bomb. And I might be designing one that can be 3D printed in resin.
Ooh.
But I need to play with the design a hell of a lot more. But it could be potentially in the pipeline. So keep an eye out. Again, it'll be something that I'll post up in the Facebook group because it's a closed group and I won't get bombarded too much then. But yeah. Someone's asking me to show them something. I can't see.
Yeah, James was asking if possible.
Yeah.
Can you show him the Eleanor? Yeah,
no worries, mate. If you can just fill in a little bit, Dave, because it's at the end of the man cave, and I'm going to move to me bench cam actually, because people don't need to see me hobbling around trying to get.
Actually, it gives me a good excuse to sort of catch people up with what I've been doing on the Land Rover.
I'm going to put you full screen then, Dave, because obviously me navigating requires.
Yeah, no, you right. Well,
that. So
yeah, you take it steady, mate.
All right, but yeah, I'll go and get it, James.
Right, hold on then. Let me scroll down so that I can see the rest of the chat. Right. No, the Typhoon or the Euro Typhoon is 148th, and it's from Revell for JS Idaho. I don't actually know when that one's coming out, and I didn't look. But have a look at the videos from. Hang on, let me get my notepad again. What did I do with it? Down there. Right. If you go over and have a look for scale model aircraft on YouTube, he's got 2 videos from the toy fair in Germany. One all about Tamiya and one all about Revell. And if you look carefully on the Revells, it gives you a rough release month that it's going to come out, and what I would presume would be a rough price as to how much it's going to be. It will be in euros, but obviously because it's over in Germany. And if anyone can translate what's being said on the Revell Fix It, they've got a fix kit repair powder. Now, I don't speak German and I can't read it, so I can't translate it. It's 4 bottles of something or other, and I think it's so that you can do possible damage repair on the kit if it's got some dinks and dents. And they've also got something coming called Power Putty. Again, if anyone can watch that and translate German back into English, that would be great, because I'd like to know a bit more about that. So, what else? Oh, sorry. Yeah, it is the Airfix Tiffy, which I'm working on slowly.
Good man, mate. Yeah, we made it. We made it back. Right, let's have a quick thing. There you go, mate.
Oh.
We got a Mustang.
Oh,
nice. I went for the colour scheme and put my own scoop on there. But again, I want to do. There used to be a resin kit that you could buy, which gave you different bits and bobs that you can attach to the car, and I'd like to try to find out whether anyone's got files for those and download them. And yeah, so that's Festa's interpretation of an Eleanor Mustang. So yeah, just needs a nice polish coat put on that, to be honest with you. I never got round to glossing it. It was one of those that I moved out the way so that I could do other builds and have forgotten about.
So just to catch you guys up with what I've been up to on the Land Rover.
Just swap your full screen, mate.
Right, where's a pointing stick? I've made loads of pointing sticks now, so that I can just grab one. The back door fell out. So I've taken the back door out and I've put in the door shuts. So all I need to do now, oddly enough, is make a couple of hinges. As I said, make a couple of hinges when I get a tutorial as to what I'm supposed to do. And then that's that. And I've started taking the driver's door out. So I'm still working on that one at the moment. And that's as far as I've got with the Land Rover. I said I'd do most of it off camera, because otherwise, if it goes wrong, I'll start swearing it, and it won't go down very well. But that's as far as I've got with the Land Rover. And I'm just doing a couple of coats of paint for the internals of the Tiffy. And I think that's about me up to date.
Okay, mate, I'll be back on in a sec, Dave. I'm just responding to something in chat. Yeah, I know I'm using typing, not words, but you was talking and I kind of didn't want to interrupt you, mate.
Cheers, Scoop. Yeah, it was a bit fun cutting that door out.
Yeah, Scooby asked me in the chat, like, when you're releasing the door hinge video. Yeah, it's I've got just a little bit more editing to do on it, and it should go up either later on today, tonight, or early part of tomorrow. And then after the e-models show tomorrow, I'm kind of going to be out the loop a bit because I've got some real life stuff to deal with this week as well as things, so I'm not really going to be about much online. So yeah. Scooby saying wicked, thank you, not a problem, mate. You know, a lot of people have messaged me and asked me about the door hinges, and you know, as soon as I got round to filming it, because there's a story to it, I did film the taxi beautifully, start to finish, all the hinges, everything.
Mm-hmm.
Guess who forgot to press the record button? Yeah.
I'm trying not to laugh here.
Yeah, because Dave was really supportive of me when that happened. He sat there falling about on his new chair like a 6-year-old girl who had just been told a naughty joke. Yeah. JS Idaho is now saying that I should do a 71 fastback and paint it yellow as she appeared in the original movie. Do you know something? That is a good idea. Yes, because the Cage film was a remake, wasn't it, of the original? The yellow Mustang did it have the black stripe down it, the fastback? I think it did, didn't it? Was it a straight over the bonnet, or was it an over the rear boot? Or am I thinking of the Dodge?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, that would be good actually, because then you could do the Gone in 67's original remake as a Dio.
That sounds interesting.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Reese's already put it in there as a factoid. Have you seen the original Gone in 60 Seconds? The original cat was yellow with black stripes. There you go. I thought it had the old black stripes. So, do you know something? Yeah, that would be worth doing, wouldn't it?
It would. It would.
Yeah. Well, if I can source a 71 fastback, yeah. Lee saying he's got a 112 fastback. Oh, there you go, mate. Bung us a message, mate, and if you're interested in selling one, then we might be able to strike something up.
Oh, sounds like a deal's going to go on here.
Yeah. So your old Tiffy there, then, Dave?
Yeah, it's coming on. I'm still sort of doing the internals at the moment.
Oh, right, yeah.
I'm using the Vallejo Model Air interior green because that's the only one that I've got.
Yeah.
It's a little bit thin, so I'm having to build the layers up.
Oh, right. And that's over what? Primer Vallejo or?
No, it's just straight onto the plastic.
Oh, good man. Good man.
A little bit naughty because, yeah, I suppose I could have put a bit of primer on it, but
it's inside, and how many people are going to see it?
Yeah, that's very true. But I'm fussy.
Do you remember that Schmidt I did, the big BF 109?
Yes.
You remember I was sitting here, wasn't I, on the hangout, going to all the trouble of putting the loops on the foot pedals and weathering them and all the joysticks and every infinite bit of detail, and then glued the sides together and stuck the pilot in. You can't see none of it.
Well, that's like a guy at the model club. He got the 148th or one of the 148th Tamiya Lancasters.
Yeah.
And he sat there as proud as punch and said, I put all the photo etch in, and I stood there and looked at him and went, really? And it was like I shot him down in flames.
Oh, mate.
Yeah, I know, but it's because I can and I will and I am. As sad as it is. It's just that thing of, yeah. Moving on.
Absolutely, mate. Moving on. Yeah.
More tea, Vicar.
Absolutely.
What else is going on in here?
Yeah. I've got a nip for a quick comfort break, I'm afraid. So I'm just going to put you full screen, Dave.
Okay, mate. All right. Well, I'm all on my own. Right. Okay. So we're up to date with what's going on in chat. Right. So as I'm going to have at least one of the gun bays open, I ought to paint up one of these so that it looks like it's been opened and you can see the interior colour. So I shall, in good old Ted's thing, I shall just slap it on and hope for the best. Yeah. So has anyone got any kits that they really want to do? Any dream kit? Any wish list kit? I think mine would have to be the 1/32 scale Lancaster from Wingnut Rings. Got nowhere to put it. I've got nowhere to build it, but I'd still like to have a go, just to say I've done one. What about you guys? All right. You seem to be a bit of a encyclopedia about this one, Reese. Well done, mate. For the old Eleanor. Right. Yeah, I know what you mean. That, yeah, the space shuttle launch tower. Yeah, that's a bit large. Yeah, yeah, you need a bit of space for that one. Right. Okay. Oh, hang on. Yeah, I can imagine that Turpitz is going to be a bit large. Well, yeah, I know what you mean, Race. Yeah. That 135. Yeah. Well, 1/350. So I take it the platinum edition, you get everything in it, like all the proper decals and photo etch. Do you get any resin or anything in it? Because I've never seen inside one, and it'd just be interesting to know what you get. Um, yeah. I think I'm just going to use this as a quick bit of a primer going on, just to cover up the blue grey of the joy of Airfix. Now, here's one for all of you. Has anyone else pre-ordered the Airfix Motorhead Heinkel? Because if you have you had any information or any emails or updates from Airfix to say roughly when it's going to arrive or be released? Because it feels like an age since pre-ordering it back before Christmas. I think I pre-ordered mine just before or around October time, and we're now just starting February, and still no news or anything to say when it's going to arrive. And I'm just wondering if any of you guys have heard anything, because it seems like the Mary Celeste when information on that is concerned. Oh God. Yeah. P6 below. Oh, wooden deck as well. Oh, okay. So we need to do a bit of staining on that one then, I would have thought. Okay. Seems to be a bit of a difference of opinion going on. Yeah. Real metal gunpowder as well. Oh. No, nothing else in that. Right. So, yeah, going back to that 1/24 GT4 Ford Mustang. From what they were showing on the video, it can either be in a gunmetal grey colour or in a white colour. Two different decal options. I don't know if there's any photo etch or anything in the inbox, but from what I saw of it, as it was being displayed on a glass shelf, it did look really nice. So it could be one to get hold of.
There you go. I could have left you suffering a bit more.
It's quite easy.
Oh dear. Oh, Lynn's in. Hello, Lynn. How you doing, my darling? Lynn Dipple.
You pop in.
I had your channel on earlier on. I was doing a YouTube feature, Lynn, and had a little navigate around your channel. So hopefully you'll get some subscribers, my love. Skullfish is saying, hi, Lynn. How are you? JSIDO's saying it was fastback. Did you read Skullfish out? He's got a Revell Platinum Edition Turpits.
Yeah, I did that one. That's about as far as I got. So
no, that's all right, mate. I just didn't want to
yeah,
cross over at all. Thanks for padding out for me, Dave. That was massively appreciated. What else have we? Oh, I had a parcel, didn't I?
Oh yeah.
And I've got to be really good. I've not opened it. Oh, sorry,
mate. You know, this is unusual for you because normally when something comes through the door from Postman Pat or Mr. and Mrs. Amazon, it's normally ripped open and on the bench within 15 seconds of its arrival.
Yeah, but I made you a promise when we last spoke that if it arrived today, I could be a good boy, and because we was doing the show, I wouldn't open it.
Yeah, but I bet you got itchy fingers though.
I may have slightly touched the box that it's in when I went to get Eleanor off the shelf.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry?
You didn't slice it open, did you?
No, but my new 3D printers arrived today. My second 3D printer.
Yeah. Oh, what the resin one?
Yeah, the resin one for resin figures, and I'm doing the photogrammetry, as you know, Dave. I'm getting quite into it, and I want to be able to do my own bespoke stuff. And one of the things that I've been doing is right-hand dashboard conversions of left-hand dashes. And they come out all right. I mean, I did a test one yonks ago in casting resin and wasn't that keen on it. Although it got the initial shape, the detail was a bit pants, if I'm honest.
Sadly lacking by the sound of it.
Yeah, and it kind of got put to bed, and I've had this sat on my bench in this pot staring at me for a year now. When I got my filament 3D printer, I thought, you know something, I could do a right-hand dash, print one out, Bob's your uncle. But even in 0.1, it was still giving me layer lines and not the definition I wanted. So I've scored myself a resin printer, and I'm going to do the old, I've got the photogrammetry because I printed out that rather sexy photogrammetry turntable that you know, Dave.
Oh, the one that I sent you the link for?
Yeah. The one you sent me the link for, mate. And yeah, it's one of those. I printed it all out. The link for it's on Thingiverse. It's easily available link, and what it is it's a bit like a turntable you would display a model on, but as you turn the handle, it activates the earphone button that you would have on iPhone headphones, and as you do that, it activates the shutter on the camera. So you end up with a 360-degree photograph of said dashboard. And then I use photogrammetry software to import that in, and then I create a mesh, and then I create a right-hand dash from that mesh. And I want to see how it comes out in resin, and that's why I've got the printer, to see whether it will take it to that next level on what we're after. Because don't get me wrong, you know, left-hand dash is a left-hand dash. If you drive on that side of the road, so be it. But in the UK, we are righties, and
we're right-handers, and
when you're doing the Jaguar E-Type and it's only available in left-hand drive, and the resin right-hand dash is an absolute fortune, you kind of want to do your own thing with it, and that's where we're coming from, isn't it, Dave? So
yeah, because I've got a couple of DBSs upstairs, and they're nice kits, but
yeah, I mean, I've had a couple of people message me about the right-hand dashes, and Scubaz as well, because he's got the fire engine in his stash and wants me to build him the lighting kit that I'm building for yourself.
Yeah.
And he's also asked about the right-hand dash. Well, I could print you one in filament, but it's not going to be great, and I'm reluctant to send stuff to people that I'm not 100% happy with. And give me a month or so to play with a resin printer and get things up and running, and then I'll start churning them out, I think, because it's something I want right, you know. Excuse me.
I think once you've figured out your software for the resin printer,
yeah,
once you've got all that figured out and working in your mind, I think you start doing the dashes and the various other bits and pieces in resin, I think you are going to be very impressed, because what comes out of a filament printer is good, and in some senses it is usable, but you are going to have to do a little bit of filler work on it and some sanding back.
Yeah.
Because even as you said at point one, you're still going to have the layer lines as the printer's working its way up through the print job.
Yeah.
Which on, if it's kind of like stuff that you're just going to be using as a tool or something like that, it's fine. It's fine and dandy. But for a bust or a figure or a dashboard or something that's going to get scrutinized and looked at very closely, it's just not quite there.
Yeah, if it doesn't, it's like anything. If it doesn't pass your own approval, you're reluctant to send it to anyone else.
Well, yeah.
And that's the stage I'm at with it. A lot of people are asking about the parcel. There's the edge of it. Yeah. There she is. It's an Elegoo Mars Pro, just released.
Oh. Yeah. So are we saying that you're one of the special few that's got one of these?
Well, put it this way. I went on and got it yesterday, and 2 minutes later I went on and it was gone.
Ooh.
You know, it was check availability, blah, blah, blah. Not sure when it's coming on. So, yeah, I was lucky. I managed to get one. I've been waiting for the Pro to be released since November, when I got wind that it was likely to be released late November last year, but they put it back until January because of the Chinese New Year and all that goes with it. So they've landed, they're about. Amazon are taking orders for them, but what they're doing, they're appearing, and then when they're sold out, they're pulling the link. So it's very hit and miss at the moment, because the demand for these things is quite high, because it's a massive step up, basically. And it's got all the carbon filters and everything. And I think Skullfish is asking me the exact question that I was just about to answer. He's asking how I'm post-processing my prints. I'm building a UV booth, mate. It's a UV light booth. And what I'm going to do is, once I've built it and tested it, I'm going to put all the specs for it up online so that you can do your own. And it's a 3D printed base that I'm using a nail curing station for. The sort of thing you can buy on Amazon that you put your hand in if you've got nails that you paint and cure them. But I'm extending it up and having a door on it and mirrored walls and all of that sort of thing. And I'm going to have it as a curing station, so to speak. So the prints come out, they'll go in my isopropyl bucket, and this is a pickle container.
Put yourself on full screen, mate.
No. Right, yeah, sorry, I didn't realise. It's a self-sealing pickle container with a basket inside. I'm going to fill that with IPA, drop the bits in, dippy to clean all of the guff off. You can then seal the top of it so that your IPA don't evaporate. So they'll go in that to clean off. And then they'll go from there into the UV booth, which is going to be next to the printer. And that printer is going to live next door to my filament printer, which is just here next to me. It's going to live just the other side of that. So it's in the same room as me, hence why I wanted the one with the carbon filter. But I have an extractor system that I built into my bench when I removed Bruce Willis, which I'll do now. Just the thing, I've got a bench vent that sits underneath Bruce Willis there, and I drop in my extractor system straight in that hole, And under my bench, I've got a rectangular duct that goes all the way out to another fan that then vents to the outside world. So I can extract pressure. So my extraction system under the bench is going to be extended so that the 3D printer area with the resin printer connects into it. And then I can extract fumes at breakneck speed until my art is content, mate. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Yeah, the Pro I got for 260 in the end.
Oh, that's not
and when you think that the standard Mars is 229, so yeah, I was on about 2 a.m. yesterday morning, and I, as you know, was a bit ropey for a few days, and I spotted it up on there, and I was like, I'll take a punt and see whether there's any in stock. And I did it through Amazon.com. I added it to my basket or wish list on Amazon.com. And when I went into the UK one, it showed it as an availability. And I just pinged on it straight away and checked out, and Bob's your uncle. So, yeah, Skullfish is saying get 2 of the pickle buckets, mate. A 2-stage rinse seems to be the consensus. Mate, I'll do that. Cheers for that little tip, mate. I'll get another one then and do a stage one, bit like Set and Soul then, 1 and 2, pot 1, bosh, pot 2, bang. Yeah, I'm up for that. And then bung it in the UV station straight after, or do you need to let the IPA dry? Because obviously this is all new to me and I've got a very steep learning curve again.
I would say once you take it out the IPA, I would have leave it for about 5 minutes so that it just air dries and evaporates.
Air dries, yeah.
And then
evaporate off.
If someone knows better than I do, because I don't really know anything about the resin printing thing. But
yeah, Edwards put a thing in there saying, yeah, you need to. Mate, cheers for the tips, gents. That's massively appreciated. I'll get a second one of them because I can have that with me during the week. And I will set that all up at some point. I just need to get all the real life stuff dealt with this week. And I'm sure I'll appraise people of my progress or lack of, and see how it goes. But the prototyping that we're planning with it is kind of what I've got it for. So yeah, I'm intrigued.
Well, I think once you get your real life stuff sorted out and you can spend about half a day on it, I think you'll be up and running with it faster than you think.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, I can't dedicate a block of time at the moment because, real life always gets in the way, and real life is boring. Yeah. Real life isn't as good as playing with our 3D printers and model stash, is it, Dave?
No. If I could, I'd just be sat here doing it all the time. But
absolutely, mate. But
unfortunately, the mortgage company might have quite a bit to say about that if I didn't go out.
That's an interesting one. Edward Leonard again is saying I'll take them out and wash them in Dawn dish soap. Skullfish is saying let it dry, bung it in a UV station. I just bought an Ender 3 Pro, so going to be barraging you with questions. Good man. Happy days, mate. Yeah, bung the questions in, mate. I mean, I use for me filament printing, I've got a Anycubic Mega S that is heavily modified. I must admit, I might have voided the warranty by now, but if I'm, but yeah, it's heavily modified. But then don't we modify things to suit our own end anyway? But
well, yeah, I think the warranty on that was voided 5 minutes after you took it out of the box.
Yeah, I mean, I've got camera rigs on it, lighting rigs. It all runs off of Octoprint, so it's Raspberry Pi based, and I stream time lapses online from it, and I can access it from my phone. And so, and the resin is again, it's another learning curve for me. But I think it's going to give me the scope to do what I really want to do, which is the right-hand dashes, the figures, engines for cars, manifolds. I think Leo Eagles messaged me and asked me to do him a set of manifolds for a Mustang. And so, yeah, you know, all of that done in resin is going to look pretty damn nice, I think. So that's why I've shelled out and bought one. So, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know Fox was in. Hello, mate.
Hello, mate. How you doing, Fox? I take it you're still not streaming the Savo, mate. I did say earlier that you wasn't, but if you've changed your mind, then obviously, yeah. Well, that's handy, mate. I managed to get all my doors cut out, and my interior still fits like a treat. So,
good stuff.
Jobs are good, mate. I've now got to repair all the stuff I cut out from the interior, but we're getting there.
No, he's not. He's not streaming today, so he's doing his catch-up stuff.
Yeah, no worries, mate, because Fox is hastily building Japanese bipedal war suits, I do believe. Doing some bits and bobs at his bench today, so he'll be back nice and live with you all next Sunday in his own imitable style. So look out for that. Yeah. Again, pop over and click the bell on his channel and subscribe if you haven't done.
Yeah, and then there's Chris on at, what is it? He's at 8 o'clock, isn't it?
Yeah, Chris is on at 8 p.m, mate. Right. Skullfish is asking me where I got my Octoprint set up from. What are you referring to? The Raspberry Pi box and everything that it's in? Because I printed that myself and it clips to the side of my printer. I would take my webcam off and show you, mate, but it's going to be a bit, yeah. I can send you some photos, Skullfish, if you PM me. I can send you some photographs of what I've currently got set up around my printer. And then if you specify exactly what bit it is you're interested in, I'll be able to help you out, mate. But if you Google Octoprint, the software you want is Octopi. If I put that in the chat. Cool. And what you do then is you drag that onto a SD card, and then it'll what's his name? It'll have that as an image on the SD card, and when you load it up, you'll have Octoprint, Octopi set up, and then you SSH into it with your IP address, and Bob's your uncle, mate. You're ready to go. And I just go into my browser, click in my browser, and I'm straight on Octoprint. JS Idaho saying I mentioned earlier that the taxi would look great as a gasser. Is that an Ayashima kit? This is the Revell London taxi. It might be based on the original battery-controlled Ayashima kit. I know someone released it, and it used to come with batteries, but I've built myself a boot compartment in its place because I've got wiring going in for the taxi light. There's already a bulb up in there for the taxi light, and then obviously the headlights and the rear lights. Fox is asking whether we're streaming till 8 p.m. No, we're not, mate.
No.
I would love to, but yeah, normally a couple of hours, and I'm beginning to get a little bit in need of me meds, mate. And yeah, so it's not an idea. I would love to, but I think them days are long gone now, though, mate.
Yeah.
I'll
be disappearing because there's a certain rugby match to watch this afternoon.
Oh, there's egg chasings on this afternoon, isn't it?
Yes. So yeah, I shall be sat watching that.
Is that us against the French? Is it
us against the French at the Parc de France in good old Paris?
Oh, nice.
So hopefully we will do the business, as they say.
Yeah, hopefully the old rugby goes our way. Why not?
Well, you never know. So,
James is saying you can get it very cheap as well. Yeah, JSIO saying thanks, James and Colin. Yeah, that's not a problem, mate. Here to help as much as we can. But yeah, the Pi itself I got from Amazon. Same with the little Raspberry Pi cam. And then I 3D printed the camera mount system off the printer. And it sits and attaches to the front of the print bed on my printer, mate. What I'll do, Skullfish, is I'll take some pictures of it and I'll load them up into me Facebook group. There you go. I might as well come back on camera for a minute. I'll load them up onto my Facebook group. There you go. That sorts the white balance out, doesn't it?
yeah.
I'll load them up into an album on the Facebook group under 3D printing, whatever, mate. And if you can have a looky-loo on there, I'll do that straight after we come off air. I'll take pictures of the camera where it's mounted. I'll take pictures of the Octopi box where it clips to the printer. And then I'll slide off the cover so you can see the Pi inside. Probably put a couple of links up for the Octopi if you want, and that should get you going, mate. Bob's your uncle, but I'm on an Anycubic Mega, so I built my case so that it clips to the frame, and I think you're on a Create Ender 3. If that's the case, if you go on to Thingiverse and put in the name of your printer and just put Raspberry Pi case or Octopi, you should then get some designs up that are relevant to your printer that will have the necessary fixings for you to fit it in, mate. But I'll definitely put all of that up. I mean, my cam, I think my cam was a Raspberry Pi cam version 2. And that comes with a very small ribbon cable. So I bought the meter-long ribbon cable as well, because I've got cable chains that go all under the print bed so that everything's neat and tidy. It's all on Wi-Fi as well. Don't forget wireless. So yeah, the print lead goes round in a ducting into the Raspberry Pi, and it's all self-contained, mate. I don't have to worry about it. And the beauty of it is Octopi or Octoprint on the iPhone or whatever smartphone you've got, and you can have a looky-loo at it when you're on your phone printing. Gross Models is going, Pi. If you had the choice of a pie-based pudding at this very moment, what would it be?
Steak kidney.
What, steak and kidney pudding?
Yeah.
With custard?
No, you can get a steak and kidney pudding.
I know you can, but I was like thinking of apple
Oh,
crumble.
with desserts, are we?
Yeah, pudding. You know, pudding.
Apple pie and custard.
Yeah, it'd have to be, wouldn't it? Apple pie and custard, mate. Would it be that really thick custard?
It would be the one where you have to get the knife and cut out a block of it.
Yeah, Gross is saying lemon meringue. Jamie Bone is saying cherry pie.
No.
Yeah, Chris is meringue. Reese is with us, apple pie.
Yeah, good man.
Oh, James has got a good one, apple pie and cream. Oh, connoisseur, mate.
Yeah, there's always one posh one, isn't there?
Yeah, Jamie Bones also asking, has anyone built the Asuka 135th scale Sherman even VC Firefly? No, I haven't, mate.
No, I haven't. Can't say that I have.
I kind of would like to get hold of a Sherman, but I've got a couple of the old Ryefields up there with the interiors, and I'm just honing my armor skills to the Sergeant Bones and Vincent, Mr. Loft's standard of armour building before I tackle them, because they're guys that know their armour, and I haven't quite got to the level that they build at when they do theirs, and I kind of want it right because they're really nice looking tanks, and I just want to do a few more. I've got a big old boomstick Panzer howitzer that was sent to me by Ronald Borg, if I remember rightly. So I've got that one to do, and I've got the 432 to do, so I'll do them. And then I think I might give one of the Ryefields a go. But luckily for me, I'm spoilt. I've got Sergeant Bones and Vincent where I can say, does this look right? And they're going to let me know, aren't they? So, yeah. Model officers saying rhubarb pie and custard. Ooh. Oh, God, I haven't had rhubarb since I lived at home. Ding dong. James is saying Alicia, his good wife, said hot chocolate, fudge pie and cream. Oh.
It was sounding good all the way up until the cream bit, but yeah, chocolate fudge cake. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Foxy's saying cheesecake.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you did there, Fox. You are sneaky, mate. He's saying, so, Festa, you're saying what you need is a Bane blade to hoe your tanking skills on. This is correct. I've got a Warhammer thing just there, mate. I know, I've bought a Warhammer. Just got to get Dave to get one now. He's also saying cheesecake. As per Fox's request, Jamie Bone is saying, Fox, what flavour cheesecake? We need ingredients, mate.
Oh, well,
and he's saying Rocky Road even. Yeah.
It has to be, no, not strawberry. It has to be raspberry or blueberry or blackberry.
Oh, blueberry muffin and custard. Oh.
Especially the posh ones where you put it in and then you put the custard on top and you just start breaking.
Yeah, not the El Cheapo ones where you don't get, you get a minuscule microdot of a blueberry in each one. We're talking the proper ones that look like a Dalmatian that's running to the room, don't they?
Yep. Just to recap, I've just been through and I've just subbed to about half a dozen of you guys. So hopefully you should see your subs going up a little bit.
Yeah, like I say, if we'll go back to what we was on about earlier, if anyone's popped in the chat that didn't see the YouTube channels feature that I did earlier, we've got an announcement in the Festa 67 Facebook group, the Festa 67's workshop. If you join that group, there's an announcement in there with YouTube, and if you've got a channel, no matter what it is, bung the channel up there with a little linky loo, and we'll do a little show and tell, which is what I did earlier. I had people's channels up on the other screen, going through it, showing people what you all do, and try and encourage people to like, subscribe, and ring the old ding-a-ling so you get some notices. So, yeah. And that worked quite well, didn't it? Because, like I say, a few people that were in the chat earlier, Steve Beanie and that, they all got their channels. I was in Chris's, Lynn's. So, yeah, Race got his. So, James is saying banoffee pie. Oh, good shout.
Ooh. Sticky toffee pudding.
Yeah. Edward Leonard is saying sticky rhubarb pie.
Well, you could have a rhubarb crumble.
Yeah, Race is saying, I'm not trying to be big-headed, but I'll make a good apple and blackberry and cannon rhubarb. Is that apple, blackberry and cannon crumble even?
Well, don't say about it. Just get in the kitchen and make one, mate, and then send it out.
Yeah. Model officers saying, just putting the cat among the pigeons, you really should try bacon and egg in a hot cross bun. Just saying. Ooh. That's interesting, isn't it?
That's got me thinking. I don't know so much about the egg, but I suppose I could substitute egg for sausage.
Yeah, but I got you into bacon pitters, didn't I?
Oh yeah,
With the old brown salsa mate, and a bit of onion.
I'll have to. I haven't had one of those for a while, so yeah. I think that could be on the list for the weekend.
Yeah, Scooby saying apple crumble and custard.
Oh, jam,
oh,
roly poly, and custard. Oh,
yeah. Oh, yeah, Lee. Oh, yeah.
oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, Lee. Oh, mate, jam, roly poly, and custard, mate. Stick a fork in me. Oh, that's got me hungry now, Dave.
Yeah, I might have to go down to the supermarket when we finish this.
Yeah, how much petrol you got in your motor, Dave?
It's all right. I don't need any. It's only about half-hour walk from where I am.
I'm not on about that. I'm on about bringing it down to mine when you've cooked it, mate, so I can have a bowl.
Oh, I don't know. It might not make it to the car.
Mate, that's not... So he calls himself a mate, doesn't he, eh? Wants me to print him a resin dashboard. Won't even bring poor old Festa a bit of sustenance. Artless.
Does that mean I'm going to have to send you a special package?
Yeah, cheers for that, because she's next door. Yeah, the package of plenty that doesn't get mentioned. Yeah.
No idea what you're on about, mate.
No. Lee's asking whether everyone's hungry now. Mate, yeah. We are. You can't beat a bit of belly and bench, mate. It's all about the belly and bench. Of which, not saying that not many people responded, but I can't remember too much about belly and the bench. I might have been when I got sidetracked.
Yeah.
I'm just going to scroll back up and have a look to see what people had, mate.
Scoop saying Sherry said she wants pudding now. Oh dear.
Model officer said his belly is on the desk and his camera is on. Oh, bless him. Toad in the hole was Scooby, and trouble with his paint on the skyline. Yeah, that's Reese's with banana pancakes and a Bren gun. Shane Young's had a roast chicken lunch made by himself. On his bench is the Pans of Argon, number 369, trying to do more military this year. Good man, mate.
Yeah, good luck.
What else have people got? Someone was asking you about an Airfix Typhoon. I think that was to do with your Tiffy.
Yep, yeah, we got that sorted, even though I thought it was the one from the Royal range on 2020 show for Toy Fair.
Yeah, Jamie Bone, belly roast chicken and all the trimmings. Airfix is the 135th M3 Stuart. Who else is on there? That was the Eleanor. Yeah. Oh, is that to do with the original film? JS Ido's put a comment in that I missed. Apologies, JS. Could I make it as a weathering and heavy damage tutorial as she looked later in the movie? I've got a feeling that's to do with the yellow fastback Mustang that we was chatting about. So if I'm right, let me know. If I'm wrong, then correct me, my friend.
Yeah,
RJC was saying that it came with a sunroof and whatever on that. What else have we got? That is pretty much belly and the bench, mate. Reese is saying he's going to make a beaker package. With crumble and things, and Jamie never fails to let me down there. Ka-ching! Has it got pink rings with it, Reese?
Yeah, that's the point. How are the pink rings, Reese?
Yeah, and Scooby's saying that Sherry's now saying she wants a pudding now. Yeah, you go, Sherry. You know, mate, you got to do her a nice pud, mate. She deserves it. Thing is, I've got this image now of Reese turning up, knocking on my door with a hot bowl full of apple pie and custard. Now, there you go, mate. Yeah, note to the ambulance service, Reese. You're not allowed to blue light down the motorway just because you've got a crumble for festa.
I was going to say, is he going to send that one under the blue lights?
Fox missed Belly and the bench. So bench outlining the
Yeah, I thought I'd leave that one as well.
Cheers, Dave. The Sarza Bibby Belly Big Fat Udon with the beefs and spring onions and a starter of wonton soup with extra sumai for dunkage later this evening.
Ooh,
Great ingredients list. I apologise for my poor pronunciation. Yeah. And he's giving me a smiley face. Model officer is saying, when making a bacon sandwich, do you use butter or the fat on the tray from the bacon?
butter. Butter and brown sauce. Preferably Daddy's brown sauce, but I can only get the other version.
I've got a bottle of Daddy's in my fridge, Dave, that I tease you with every time I open it.
Oh no. I need to go to a bigger supermarket where they've got a better range.
What I'll do is next time the missus is going to get some, I'll get her to get a couple of bottles, mate, and I'll send it up in the old mailing pouch.
Oh.
That sounded wrong.
It did.
Mailing as in posting pouch, not we've got a mail in a pouch in my room. Shall we move on, Dave?
Colin, I was about to say, you need to stop now before you dig yourself further in it, mate.
Yeah. Lee Eagles is saying sausage on the bench.
Jamie,
so what you did there?
Tomato sauce. Tomato sauce? Really?
Oh! Who's swearing in the chat there, Dave?
Oh, that would have been Jamie Bone. Really?
Mind you, though, saying that, I did have tomato sauce on my fish and chip supper from the chippy the other night, and someone who will remain nameless gave me the look of death. I just fancied a bit of Tommy, mate. Tomato sauce. I'll rephrase that. Yeah. RJC saying it's a matter of life and death. It is, mate. When it comes to festa, belly, sustenance, and hiding from the missus, it's always an emergency. And the clue is, instead of knocking on the door you did last time, if you walk along the side of the house and come down the side, there's actually a direct door that comes into the man cave, and sneakage can ensue without it being spotted.
Ah, so this is direct delivery.
This is my Amazon box drop side entrance, sneak it into the workshop without it being spotted, the large parcel area.
Ah.
Yeah. And then she sits and watches this show and goes, oh, we've been getting more parcels, have we?
She's not watching.
I'll just go, what's that? Oh, someone must have left it there. It was a gift, mate. Someone was saying, done spillage. Is it on camera? Oh, who spilt something?
Oh, yeah, but what was it that got spilt? Do we really need to know?
Yeah. Oh, someone was that model officer there. I think I'm about to say this right, so I'll give it a go anyway. Tesco sells an jalapeno loaf. Very nice if you like it hot and spicy.
Yeah, okay. I think I'll leave that one behind.
If we can hear loads of sniggering, it's because, yeah, we might have a new section. Festa says.
Yeah.
Think of things that you want me to pronounce badly. Yeah. O's. Letter O's.
O's?
Yeah. Yeah. Or you can fork handles. Handles for forks. You could have that one. Yeah. I know. I don't get out much. Reese, we don't want to know about your tradesman's door. Yeah.
No, you're just far from it.
Yeah, Lee's saying, oh, everyone's talking about food. I'm hungry. Yeah, Reese is saying West Ham Limehouse barking. Yeah, good man. I was up at football during the week. I went to the West Ham Liverpool loss that we suffered as usual. And West Ham nil put in a good performance for about 40 minutes and then it died a slow, painful death. But, mate, honestly, I was tired. I cleaned that up, Dave, didn't I, mate?
Yeah, I bet you was cream crackered by the time you got home.
Yeah, it kind of... I hit that reality check of next time I might have to go in the pram, mate, because little old me on my sticks was getting knocked 10 to the dozen, mate. And,
yeah, I bet
you know, I'm 6'1" and 18.5 stone. I'm a big old lump of a bloke, you know. But I don't get around so well, and I think the old pram will come out for the next one because, yeah. But anyway, Lee Eagles is saying, sent you a message about the Fastback Festa. Cheers, geez. I'll have a little looky-loo at that when we come off here.
New section on or show Festa does lunch.
Yeah, Festa does lunch. Could you imagine me and Gordon Ramsay on a cooking show together?
Yeah,
because I can't cook. I'm banned from my lovely wife. She's the most tolerant woman in the world. She puts up with me. She has done 34 years. But I'm banned from using any white appliances in the kitchen due to various mishaps that I've had over the years of exploding things in microwaves and cookers. So I'm a disaster. This is the bloke who put a tinned Fray Bentos pie in a microwave, is all I'm saying. Yeah.
That's not going to end well.
Exactly. I thought it was a good idea. I had a puncher and I was trying to get a patch to stick to the inner tube that I was putting in a motorbike. And it wouldn't stick. So I thought I'd warm the tube up in the micro and covered the whole microwave with rubber. So, yeah.
No, not.
I cleaned a self-cleaning oven with an angle grinder because I thought it was dirty. So I put a wire brush on an angle grinder and made it all shiny, and I had to buy a new cooker.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
So
I'm surprised you're still alive after that one, actually.
Oh, mate, not as bad as the bath when I put a gearbox in paraffin in plastic bath.
Oh,
yeah, that went well. That went well. So yeah, it was. Yeah, you stayed politely. Well, you heard her the other day, didn't you? Kicking me out of her kitchen.
Yeah, it was very short and very much to the point, and 2 words, and one of them was off.
Yeah, and I came in and I looked at Dave and I gave it the old, Festa shuffle. So told her, mate, didn't I? And he was like, sounded like it, and I went, yeah, no. So, yeah, model officer saying, yeah, banned from white goods. Mate, I'm useless. I don't know why. I try, but I would love to be able to cook like the wife does. She just does it and it appears and it tastes like what it should. Whereas mine, I mean, my sons often remind me about, I tried to microwave a burger. Now, this is going back. They was about 7 or 8, my lads. So it's a while back. And I misread the packet. And I put it in for 8.5 minutes, this burger. And it came out the consistency of a large rock. And I only knew there was a problem. Bearing in mind, my missus had gone away for the weekend. And I thought how proud she would be of me for keeping the house clean and the kitchen neat and not, doing the blokey thing of filling it up with rubbish. And smoke started coming in the front room. And me being me, I'm like, what's happening there? When I opened the kitchen door, Mate, I was inundated. And my boys still remind me of my rock-like burger that I run out of the back of the kitchen with. And it was like, yeah. So, James Chapman saying Mrs. Festa's bad books, are we? Yeah, Morticia, as I politely call her. She gave me that look that women give their husbands that makes them reduce to that big. You know that look a woman does where they go, really? Not I'm disappointed in you, I'm disappointed for you.
Yeah, and it's always that look that's accompanied with the arms being folded as well.
Oh, yeah, and she was like Skippy. It's... And then you just get the look and you think, okay, I've got a waft of warm air coming towards me now. I'm either going to get the warm hairdryer or I'm going to start getting the old frostbite up the side of the ears where it's turning a bit atmospherically cold, and fleeces were needed, Dave.
Yes, I can imagine.
The tumbleweed nearly knocked me flying, mate. It was that bad. Model officers saying, got to go. Rugby's coming on. See you later. Cheers. Yes, it is. I've been rambling away. It is unfortunately that time of day at 2:30 where us lot part our merry ways and would normally let you guys tune into Fox, but apparently there's a rather juicy game of rugby coming on imminently. So rather than us lot distract you from your enjoyment of the egg chasing, I would like to say thanks for everyone that's tuned in as per usual this week. Love you all to bits. Enjoy your company. Tune in next week for another
episode of
the Sunday Brunch. Remember, like and subscribe to our channels and each other's. Click the bell, like, subscribe, and you will get a reminder of any lives we're doing. And if I don't see you before, I will see you next Sunday.
Yeah, and I will see you next Sunday.
So thanks to each and every one of you for keeping us company on a Sunday afternoon. I love it, and we'll keep these going for you.
Yep.
And don't forget, if you need anything, pop over to our We affiliate up there, eModels, and have a perusal of their shop. And I'll see you tomorrow night for the eModel show. Bye-bye for now.
Ta-ra, fellas. Have a good week.